Welcome back to sportsbookreview.com, everybody, and happy Friday. We head into the weekend and going to take a look at day 7 value bets. Just a quick recap, though, of day 6. Not gone that well today. Any reasons, or it's just the way the dice falls?
Well, the variance in tennis is always extremely tough. It's very hard to have very consecutive days and even weeks. Everything can happen on tennis because of the scoreboard system. Things can change from a moment to another. However, today we have some tough losses. We had to just a few minutes ago. Luca Puil lost after leading by 2-1 against Albert Ramos Vinolas. During the match he twisted his ankle. He also had a problem on his hip before the 5th set. So a lot of other factors affected. But it was a tough day, yeah. But it does happen.
It is a tough day, but you are still in profit. You've got 2.4 units of profit as we speak. Just bringing that up. You've got 14 wins, 8 losses. So far a good season. Is this one of the strongest stronger tournaments you've had? Let me just pick this up now. Share screen. There we go. So there is your screen. If you can see that. That is your profit. Okay, so
we still have one pending today. It's happening right now.
One pending today. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then and it's that one is in good position to win. But like I said, the scoreboard in tennis everything can happen. But it's in a good position to happen. But looking at what you were asking, just a couple of days of the tournament is not enough to make a conclusion about if things are going bad or wrong. For example, right. I have a record of almost 3,000 bets over the past 4 years. I think that is more a sample to look at it. And for me, and using only or mainly the Asian bookmakers, especially Pinnacle Sports, over 3% ROI. Sorry, it's a great number on those sports books that offer high limits and that welcome winners.
Okay, all right, let's start women's value plays here. Day 7, what have you got?
Yeah, tomorrow is not an easy day. I had some troubles finding the best place for tomorrow. We have 2 as usual. The first is in the match that involves Veronica Chepederoic from Paraguay against Mariana Duque Marinho from Colombia. 2 South Americans fighting for an unprecedented place in the 4th round of a Grand Slam event. So this is the biggest match of their careers. And looking at their draws so far on this event, their campaigns, Chepederoic has by far a better one. She defeated Lucy Safarova and Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. And in the previous match against Pavlyuchenkova, we might think because Anastasia is a very inconsistent player, that was a match where the Russian was just she pushed the self-destruction button, as I like to say. But it was a very solid performance from her, ended with great numbers, a very good ratio of winners and unforced errors, and she's playing very well. On the other hand, Mariana Duque Marinho had a very much easier draw. The first round was not easy. We expected her to lose that match against Bego, but she managed to win. In the second round, she was the favorite against Magdalena Rybarikova, but she lost the first set and only won by 8-6 on the third set. And she has been losing a lot of service games, and I think that will be fatal for her. Chepederoic seems to be at a higher level at this moment, and the current price for her to win at 1.87 on 5 dimes is a pretty good one, and I think that the Paraguayan can win this match.
Okay, all right, so that's the first women's play. What's the second?
The second one, we're going against a player that we bet in the previous 2 rounds, Alizé Cornet. She was our pick in the previous 2 rounds, and she did very well. However, the value is clearly on the other hand. She's playing against Agnieszka Radwanska, and although Radwanska is not going through a very good moment, she's a former world number 2, a very experienced player on the big stages, and more important than that, she's a terrible matchup for Cornet. Looking at their previous encounters, they played 8 times. Radwanska won 7 of those, and it's very hard for Cornet to find an answer against Radwanska because the French, her game style is based on the baseline consistency, and Radwanska can return everything and can mix things up with slices, drop shots, it's always very tricky, a very tricky player. And I think that Radwanska will once again be too strong for the French. And due to the edge that she has on the head-to-head, we're going with the spread because the line is very short here, and she should cover it. If she wins, she'll win by a comfortable scoreboard, in our opinion. If this goes very close, I think that Cornet might go through. So whether Radwanska wins and covers the spread or loses the match, you're taking Radwanska's -3 at 1.87 on Pinnacle is the line that we have for this match.
Okay, so Radwanska -3. Moving on to the men's value base. Don't forget, Joao will put these in the comments section as well for you guys. What have you got for men's value base day 7?
We have one very interesting match that involves two French players, Gaël Monfils and Richard Gasquet. Monfils is a player that personally I appreciate very much the way he plays in Roland Garros. From all the tournaments in the tour, in the calendar, Roland Garros is completely different for him, although that happens for all the French players. But we see that Monfils is completely different here. He's a different player with a much better attitude. And he said a few days ago that his dream is to win Roland Garros. We picked him 2 days ago to win in straight sets against Monteiro. He was just too good, winning in 3 very easy sets. And he seems to be in a quest to win his first title in Roland Garros. It won't be easy for sure. He's not one of the main favorites, but he should be too strong for Gasquet. They are good friends. Both have very solid baseline games. But I think that Monfils can make more damage with his shots, and also physically he's stronger than Gasquet. So Monfils to win at 1.73 is a good line, and we'll go with Gaël to win this match.
Okay, so Gaël win the match, and the fourth bet for the men's. So second bet for the men's there, fourth bet in total. What have you got?
Yeah, the match that involves one of the players that we think that can go all the way in Paris, Stan Wawrinka. Curiously, Wawrinka and Monfils might face in the following round, so that can be a very interesting match if the two meet. Wawrinka is going to play against Fabio Fognini. Fognini, as you might know, he's a very funny player to watch. You never know what's going to happen with him. He can play at a superb level, but out of nowhere, he can just be a complete garbage on court, to be more exact. In the first round against Francis Tiafoe, we saw that he was controlling the match, leading by 2-0, and out of nowhere, he just lost his mind, lost the following 2 sets. The fourth one was by 6-1, if I'm not mistaken. And then on the fifth, he just decided to play again and win 6-0. So with Fognini, anything can happen. And based on that, I think that against Stan tomorrow, at least one of the sets that he will lose will be by a big margin. So that will be enough for Stan to cover his spread. Also, the line is not very high. We have it at -5.5 at 1.94 on Pinnacle. It's a pretty good one. Even if Fognini wins one set, which I think won't happen, I think that Stan will win in straight sets. But even if Fabio can win one set, I think that Stan will cover this spread because of what we mentioned. Out of nowhere, Fognini can just collapse, losing one set by 6-1 or 6-2, and that might be enough for the spread to be covered.
All right. Also, just to quickly talk about, obviously, outright, it's still early days in the competition, but are there any players that are standing out to you right now that we should be looking at, other than the ones we've talked about? We've got Thomorino is talking about Thiem. What do you think about his chances of making it all the way, and who else should we be looking at?
Thiem is an exceptional player on clay. I like him very much, the way he can play on this surface. He made it into the semifinals last year, lost only to Novak Djokovic. However, he didn't have a good draw in Paris, although he was quite lucky today because he was going to play against a tough matchup for him, David Goffin, in the following round. But Goffin had a nasty fall. He rolled his ankle, had to retire against Horacio Zeballos. So he shouldn't experience any major problems in the following round. However, in the quarterfinals, he should play against Novak Djokovic. And from all the players on the tour, even considering Nadal, Murray, or Federer, Djokovic is the toughest matchup for Thiem. We saw that in Rome, where Djokovic won by 6-1, 6-0. And I think that Djokovic, although he was far from impressive today, but the Serbian should be too strong for Thiem in a potential encounter on the quarterfinals.
All right, so possibly wait to the quarterfinals on that one. Are there any other players that we should be looking at right now?
As I mentioned, I think Stan Wawrinka can reach the final. We mentioned that in the start of the tournament. He's in a pretty good section of the draw. Nadal and Djokovic are on the other half. He has Murray on his side. I'm looking now at the odds to win the tournament. He's even favorite compared to Murray. He's at 10 at Bet365, and in Murray we can find him at 12 and the same sports book. So I think that stand will give reason to the odds, and I think he can make it into the final. Not sure if he can win it, but to the final, I think that he can make it.
Okay. All right. Great stuff. That's Joao from mdtennistipster.com. Stay tuned. More videos coming every single day. And also over on our sister sites, Bookmakers Review and Odds Market. So check both of those out. Bookmakers Review, it's Bookmakers News, which is the Twitter handle. And we've got live in-play bets happening. So check that out. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching and see you tomorrow.